I've seen these two engines twice last year, and then I lost my SD card and I couldn't upload the footage. And I did see 503 on one of my recent videos. Last year, I think it was the 85th anniversary, so it was a little bigger. Had more full set, and then Amtrak, Polar Trains, Metrolink Operation Lifesaver, and a full set of like the rig painted coaches. 3751. The foamers. No, I'm included, but
Metrolink 752 to Paris. South will use track 9B for today.
let's go, baby.
Metrolink 752.
777 northbound to San Luis Obispo. $92.15.
Metrolink 752 to Paris. South will use track 9B for today. today. Metrolink 752 to Paris. South will use
Am I
track
coming with
9.
you or not? Well, this train's leaving. Okay, what's this train leave?
Metrolink 752 to Paris. South will use track 9B for today. On Monday, October 21st, Metrolink will implement a new schedule with updates to Ventura County line trains. For more info, visit metrolinktrains.com or call or text 800-371-5465.
.580 was trained with -8, and this is 777 north.
On Monday, October 21st, Metrolink will implement a new schedule with updates to San Bernardino line trains. For more info, visit metrolinktrains.com or call or text 800-371-5465. AM 752 service to Paris.
The next day.
Or call or text 800-371-5465.
774 to LA. Metrolink Orange County line, number 663. Or I presume. It's a big
headlight switch. So everything had to be done kind of manually. The radio is here, that's kind of, you know, a modern radio, and then we're working on putting in a special control for the PTC. Full PTC. Well, partial right now. Eventually, someday, we hope to have a full. And that allows emergency stop of the engine by a person in another city to stop the engine. So the fireman on that side controls the fire and keeps an eye on the water and can add water.
I'm not used to doing that.
His basic job is the fire and the water, balancing those, the amount of air, the amount of spray, of the oil spray in the firebox, that has to be controlled. The air and the oil, all of those are controlled at the same time. So the fireman has to do a few things at the same time. With the oil, the spray, the flow, the temperature, and the water, and the air. So he has to watch the fire, and he has to watch the smoke step, and listen to the sound. The engineer has the brakes and the throttle, mainly. So he's going to start and stop the engine with the throttle and brakes. He also has the transmission, forward, reverse. So it's just this. The brake for the engine, the train, forward, reverse, and throttle. But you got to know how to work them just right. Like a gas pedal in your car. This is zero. This is about 100 miles an hour. Back here. You can see it to the rod. Push he has a whistle. Loud. It can be loud. When you're running down the track, the whistle comes right in the window and right out of the top. The whistle comes right in here when you're running fast. This is the air conditioner. Fully automatic air conditioner. Could be 5 degrees warmer than right now, maybe. But the fire is also going to pull air in to the firebox. So there would be all these fresh air moving in, because there's a suction through the engine. The most important thing is the amount of water inside the boiler. can look at it on the internet. You can look at a cross section of a steam engine. Okay, when you get home, and you see what's in the boiler with all the pipes and the fire. But if you don't keep the water level high inside the boiler, the fire will melt the box. The fire will melt the top of the box. And
you got to make sure you keep the water above the crown sheet, or make sure it doesn't go below the crown sheet.
the crown sheet, the crown sheet is on the box that the fire is heating, and that's right about here, where this line is. And if the water comes down here, you got to shut the fire off and get out. And if the water goes way up too high, that's not so good either. But if you want to see where the water is on that line, you look into this glass tube. And right now, they're turned off. They're not working. Otherwise, you would see water inside those two glass tubes. And we don't want the glass to break, so we put a screen over it.
Protect the glass.
Or from hitting the glass. So, the number one thing, as soon as you get in here, is to look at those glasses and see that water inside. And before you get down, look at it again. In fact, all day long. You just keep looking all the time. Running, stop, no matter what you're doing. If that fire is on, and it's not on right now, but if that fire is on, that water has to be in that glass. And it's just completely important, or there could be some very bad things happen.
How do you add water?
There's two ways. There's 3 controls here which will force cold water into the boiler. Imagine if you had a balloon and you blew it up until it cannot blow anymore. Absolutely, as high as it'll go. How are you going to add more air to the balloon if it's already just tight? So you have to shoot the water in under some kind of pressure. And there's a machine down there called an injector. It uses hot water and steam to get the water moving so fast that it'll shoot through a little jet right into the boiler. And that's what these controls will do. Right down here. It's really an amazing system because when something's under pressure, it's just very hard to put something more into it. There's a secondary water valve on that side which uses hot boiling water from the exhaust. It uses hot air from the exhaust to feed hot water into the boiler. So he has a way to do it, and this guy has a way to do it. But if the water drops down and you can't see it, you better turn off the oil, the fire, and get out of the train. Because your life depends on the water being in that glass. All of the fuel is in the back car. Nothing but fuel and water back there. 7,000 gallon fuel and 25,000 water in this back car. And all of that water and fuel has to be pumped up here into the train. The fuel actually doesn't have a pump. It just comes by gravity. It comes under the floor, on the pipe under the floor. I could open that with gloves on, but I can't touch it to open it. Otherwise, we could open it and show you the firebox inside. It's just all black. You can't really see it. But that's all way too hot to touch. The outer shell, you can touch the outer shell because there's a blanket between the boiler and the shell. And so, this outer shell is not that hot to touch. But you would really burn your hand on the inner part of the boiler. So it's about 2 inches thick. It covers the whole entire engine. You can just feel the heat just not even touching it.
So this was driven here under steam?
Everywhere we've gone, from I remember, everywhere we've gone for 30 years has been under steam.
It's coal or wood?
It's oil.
Oh, wow.
And so it seems pretty simple, the brakes, transmission, throttle, but you kind of have to know when and how much.
Get into a rhythm.
Well, this brake has about 7 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have to know all of those by heart. They're not labeled. You have to know the 7 positions and what they do. It doesn't just stop the train and go. It's not just stop and go. It's a very complicated 7-position brake. This transmission has about 100 positions. So the further I pull this back, the more power in backwards I go. The more forward, the more power forward I go. Okay? I have different power forward and different power back.
So where was this driven from to get here?
6 miles south, the Amtrak yard.
Under steam, you guys came and all alone. They cleared the tracks out. Is that a fun ride?
I wasn't on the train.
Oh, okay.
There were 2 people here and 2 people in the second seat. But we steamed over here Friday night from the Amtrak about 6 miles.
Is there a way for us to find out when it's live steam running where we can?
There's no good viewing area. The track's by the river. That's a problem. We don't have any public area. You can be here and watch him back out.
Oh, right. When's that going to happen?
It's between 5 and 8 tonight.
Okay.
I'm guessing between 5 and 8 they'll back out again under steam.
Oh man, that would look.
It's amazing because it's like the whole thing is exploding all of a sudden.
It's like alive, right? It's like a live breathing thing.
And it's noisy. And it's
Made specs for steam.
Man, I want to see that.
Yeah, it's fun to see an engine go by on the road, out in the town, just steam by. But it's more fun to watch them start up, like tonight, back out, because he's going to blow all the cylinders steam to clean them. And smoke, everything they can. There'll be a lot of activity and noise. If you go online and YouTube, you can see.
Yeah, you can see, right?
You'll see a lot of it.
Where's the next place that this is going to be? Do we know? Where does it live?
South of here, the Amtrak yard.
Which is that Fullerton or what?
Redondo Junction Yard,
Oh.
Amtrak, major Amtrak engine yard. And it's not open to the public.
Okay, right.
You can't see it. It's too bad we can't have this out in the public. But yeah, it's ready to go right now. I have 150.
So wait, you mean this is hot?
It's
ready to go?
I have 150 pounds of pressure. So if I wanted to,
Why is it so quiet?
we touch fire off. Fire's off.
Okay, but it's all pressurized.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing here. Okay, I see 150 pounds. Okay.
So if I want to, I could just put this in reverse, release the brake, and open the throttle, and we're going to be lifted up. So it's just, that's all
right,
I have to do.
Come on, do it for us. Come on.
That's all I have to do. I just pull this back about halfway, pull this over to release, and yank on this just a bit, just to give me a little bit of movement,
Can you go through that again?
And I don't need the fire.
How do we get this moving right now? How would you do it?
With 150 pounds, even though the fire's out, all I have to do is give me a little bit of reverse on the Johnson bar, put the brake in release, and then pull the throttle back just an inch or so.
And you do that in that sequence. That's the sequence.
Yeah.
So
Well, they may release.
you wouldn't take the brakes off first, yeah?
They may release them first and then give me a little bit of reverse position on the Johnson bar. Let me get a photograph of my friend here. Okay, just 1 second.
I'm gonna thank you so much.
Not gonna lie, this was learning. That means you want to just take it out from you wish in your dreams. The crew of 2926, they're going to do the same thing at the end of this month, 28th and 29th. That's in Mexico.
Sorry. Pictures. Now with the fire on, of course, if I do the brakes and the reverse and the throttle, the fireman would have to add a little bit of fire because I would begin to drop from my pressure of 150 as soon as we're moving back. I can move for a little while, but it's going to start dropping. So he's going to have to light the fire by getting an oily rag in his hand, glove, light the oily rag, throw it in there, and lift up, move that red handle over. It's just real simple. I mean, oil comes out of a little sprayer, and you just got to throw an oily rag full of fire in there to light it off. You know, like at home on your fireplace. If you have a gas fireplace, you gotta get a little oil and a rag and throw it in there and lights right up, right?
So are all those?
Those are set in the morning. All of these are set in the morning to put the steam and air to where you need it, where you're going to need it. We have to turn on the generator to make steam, make electricity for the light from the steam. Okay, so that's one of them. The dynamo has a valve, and the engineer and firemen can do these at night because they know the different shape, you know, the different sizes and location. That's why some of these have a different shape like that. But you set those in the morning and then you really don't have to worry about it. The oil is heated by steam. There's a steam heater under your feet.
Yeah.
That's where the oil goes, because it's kind of thick. So that steam heater will heat the oil before it'll run under a pipe over to the burner. There's a sander here to add sand to the rail if my wheels are slipping. That's what this is. This is to run the bell. I want the bell to ring, open it up, and it's an automatic air pressure bell ringer. Did you guys want to sit down in those two seats and see what it feels like or anything? You can. They'll let them sit down for a minute if you want to.
Is that the same bell that works the wardrobe? That one that you pull?
So this one?
The whistle.
This is the whistle, but the bell is also on the whistle.
And then also there.
Yes, sir. I'm okay. All right, guys. Any more questions real quick? 20 minutes went fast.
Can you ring the bell?
Just for a second. Okay, thanks, Miss. I'm sorry I went too long. Not a problem.
Can you ring it?
Well,